Uh, Hello everyone, my name is Progadipto Atto, and me along with my teammate Gaurav Dindale has tried to implement the project on the topic of convolution and deblurring of natural imaging. We would be describing how we have implemented the project and the algorithms that we involved. So talking about the paper, what our idea is, the main cause of blurry image is the point spread function because it suppresses the edges of the sharp objects in the image. Now the question arises, what is a point spread function? So a point spread function is the response of an optical imaging system translated to a point source. A more general term for the system, a more general term for it is the system's impulse response when focused by an optical imaging system. It can be also taken into context as an extended blob which is sometimes seen on an image. So after we get an estimate of the PSF, we try to derive our deep learning kernel, and in the end, taking linear operations of convolution with our deep learning kernel and adding a smoothing filter, we get our final output. The algorithm that was used is, we take the image as an input and we downsample it because there are many because processing all the points or pixel values on the image is very computationally expensive, so we downsample the image. After we downsample the image, we try to estimate our learning kernel parameters, which includes the values of the PSF and the alpha estimates. Thinking about it, the alpha estimates is basically the point spread function taking into account as a function of the omega values, omega frequency values. So after we have an estimate of our blurring kernel, we derive a deep blurring kernel, which is basically the inverse of our blurring kernel convolved, inverse of a deep blurring kernel convolved with a denoising filter. The denoising filter is used here because if we directly invert our point spread function and find out finally our image output using only this, we would be getting the sharp edges, but due to the sharpening parameters, there will also be some noises that are added in our image. So we add a denoising. So we add a kernel for the denoising. After we get the inverse of the after we get the deep learning kernel, in the final stage we convolve our input image with the deep learning kernel and apply a bit of smoothing so that the speckle noises are removed from the images, and in the end we get the deblurred output image. If we see as the output of our project on the right hand side, we can see is we have taken an image and we blurred it using a mean filter approach, and on the right we see the deblurred image. If you notice closely, around the right hand balcony area, you can see that image has been sharpening. Similarly, also if you notice the arch and the wall, you can see the brick patterns on the wall, which is not very clearly visible on our blurred image. Thank you.